This problem is going to show you how to find t-values for problem 5 out of chapter 9. So let's read this problem. Intensities have been measured for 8 flashlights. So we have an n of 8. Let's just take some notes here. So n equals 8. Find the appropriate t-value from a t-table. So you can either use the t-table in the book or you can use Excel. So I'm going to show you Excel. I guess I'm kind of a modern guy and I don't just use tables anymore. So we need a 95, 99, 99.99, and 90% confidence interval. Well, to find these, we're going to use a function called t inverse. And you need to give the tail probability. Excel's a little bit confusing. So if you want a 95% confidence interval, I'm going to write 95% here. And then we'll put the t value over here. So t inverse. So it's going to be 1 minus that 95%. And then the degrees of freedom are always a sample size minus 1. And so there's your t-value. You'd use that in finding a confidence interval or next chapter in finding p-values as well. Now let's see, the next one we want a 99%, so 99%, then 99.9%, and then 90%. I can just copy this down and I'll be done. So here are all your different t-values. So if you want to be super sure, you're going to use a really big t-value. If you only want 90% confidence, notice the t-value is a little bit smaller. So that's how you find t-values. I'll now show you how to do problem 9.5 in R. So the QT function finds the quantiles of a t-distribution. So part A, I've just typed the command here. I knocked off all 4 parts with a single command. Let me explain it though. So part A asks for the 95th percentile, 95% confidence interval, which means we need 2.5% in either tail. So that's why I'm putting 0.975 here. Part B is a 99% confidence interval, therefore we want 0.5% in each tail. So I list that as my quantile. The third part is the 99.9% confidence interval, so that's the corresponding value. To get a 90% confidence interval, we'll use 0.95. We specified the degrees of freedom. Here's what we get as the t-values, and those match up with what we get from Excel.